when we kind of come back to our initial question of like, who's really winning online, business owners or creators, like, I think it's just understanding that there's a difference in what they're trying to achieve. So a creator is more likely than not, they start their platforms because they're doing it for personal enjoyment, passion projects, you know, that kind of thing. And then off the back of that, they may be hoping to get affiliate deals, brand deals. You know, they're trying to bring revenue to themselves. And then often what they do, just like you've just explained, they then will launch either a business or a side hustle or something out of the back of that. So they're like, they might produce like a product or an e-com out of it. Whereas a business platform is usually like, you've already got the business, you've already got the services or what you're trying to sell.
That's it.
And we tend to work with service-based business.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you've already trying to sell something, and now what you're trying to you've got a proof of concept. You've already got clients. You're already doing well. Now what you're trying to do is you're trying to present your image online. So I think what's really important is just understanding that you're not in competition with creators. You're not striving for the same audience. Like I think as well, you know, it's funny, isn't it? Because in sales, you know, you're competing with your competitors to get that pound or that dollar from your ideal client. So you're hoping that they will come to you. But online, it's never ending. Like we can follow as many people as we want to follow. And you can, like, your one follower can be your competitor's follower. So you're not competing for the same pound or the same dollar. But
you're competing for attention.
You are competing for attention. And then for our clients, you're competing for that shop window, becomes the offer, becomes the acceptance, and they convert into an actual client.
That's it.
So what you're trying to do as an online brand, a business, a service provider, personal brand, is you're trying to convert your audience. So what you're not just creating content for content's sake so that you get that affiliation. You are creating content to push people through your customer journey, through your funnel.
Yeah, your funnel, absolutely. And I think one of the words that we need to mention here is keyword value.
Yeah.
Content creators, businesses, you have to stop for a minute and think, everything that I'm doing, is it communicating valuable content?
Yeah.
Is whatever attention, because nowadays our attention is all that matters.
Yeah.
How much time you can spend on something is so important. And if people can't get something in return on the back of that, your message is most likely not going to hit.
Yeah.
Right? So what is the value that you're producing and where are you driving people? Because it's all about action.
Yes. And also coming back to that, like, if it's not working, just change it, right?
That's it.
Stop getting fixated on like it not being perfect. Just be willing to tweak it. Like with our clients, I think sometimes they, and not even our clients, but potential clients, what that people sometimes are looking for is that perfect message first time. But we see the most success when we when someone is willing or a business is willing to allow that constant tweaking. You know, we're always tweaking our messages.
Oh my gosh, all the
like,
time.
and we were talking just the other day about MrBeast.
Yes.
Right? The success of MrBeast.
Absolutely.
He is the king of tweaking. So like, Yestin and our team, shout out to Yestin, was showing me this funny video about how many times MrBeast changes a single thumbnail on a single YouTube video. And it's like hundreds of tweaks.
Oh my gosh.
And different titles. And it's like they're changing the color of a jumper from blue to red to pink to like, just to see whether that produces more engagement. And we've talked about other people, how they'll tweak a funnel over and over and over again. I think with social media, the difference is, obviously it's different with YouTube because those videos can keep performing, but with like say Instagram or TikTok, you're producing a piece of content, and even though these platforms are changing so that those videos can stay relevant for more time, like Instagram now we can pin our posts, and this new feature's coming out that you can tweet, like change the order of things, so you are able to sort of like keep attention on a single post for longer and keep that trending again and again and again. But nevertheless, it's still a feed-based platform. So in one sense, people think, oh, it has to be perfect now in terms of their image. But actually, if that didn't resonate, try something different and then see if that resonates, and then try something different again. And if it works, why did it work? Figure out, and then try to do that again in a different way. That's what we do, right?
100%.
That's that test and tweak and test and tweak.
It makes me think about the other conversation we had last week about metrics as well. And this will be another conversation perhaps we'll have on another episode, but I just want to touch on it slightly, is being able to review, part of you figuring out what's working and what's not is looking at those analytics. And one of the things that we discovered that on some of the pieces of content that we post, we get a lot more fresh audience, non-followers engaging with the content. So once you know that actually a lot of people that are not following you are engaging with the content, for example, a good piece of feedback is, what is the CTA? Random people have just clicked and watched your video. On the back of that, you should be going, hey, follow me for more, or here's a little freebie, or comment this word to get whatever. I think that's the important part that people often forget, is just looking at the views. Oh, there's just got 200 views. Yes, but what if 90% of the 200 is non-followers?
Yeah.
That's 200 people that you've just missed on.
Yes,
right?
100%. And I think like this is the thing as well. Like in the past, people got fixated on how many followers they have. But one of the like we're talking now about like the difference between a creator and the business owner. A creator will be fixed on their follower count, views, likes.
That's it.
A business owner is more considering what is their ROI.
That's it. What's the conversion?
What's the click-through? Right? So if your piece of content doesn't have loads of likes, but they've clicked through to your funnel and then your funnel is generating sales, then who's winning?
The right person. What if those 200 people are your perfect audience?
Your perfect.
Right?
Yeah, you've got your
customer
perfect
type.
niche audience and then they're turning into clients. Then it's more important to have a niche, smaller following that is doing really well than massive amount of views and massive amount of followers, but you're not getting any conversions.
I echo
then
that.
like something's not right there, right?